everybody, it's Amy from Winterwood Studio, and today we're going to be opening the surprise box from Ohuhu. I'm really excited to see what's in here, so come on in and let's open this package up. Okay, so today we're going to be opening this surprise box and we're going to see what's inside, and we're going to swatch all the stuff that's in here, and then we're going to make a piece of art with it. So let's open this up and see what's in here. Alrighty. Scissors. You guys, guess what I did? You're never gonna guess. Look what I did. I got 3 pairs of scissors in here now. So now, if I lose scissors, I tell you, it's gonna be a problem. There should be no excuse now, right? Okay, I did it. All right, let's open this up and see what's in here. So, Ohuhu. So, sorry, my camera ran out of batteries there. All I did so far was cut the tape off. I haven't taken anything out yet. So, I was saying Ohuhu is an art marker company, alcohol marker, and I normally use Copics because before this, if you ran out of one marker, then you had to rebuy the whole set. They didn't have refills. Or open stock, so that means like individual, you can't buy like one marker. But guess what, you guys, they're starting to offer refills. I think they've got maybe 50 to 70 colors so far, I think, in available for refill. So that makes it a whole different ballpark. So when they reached out to me, I said, yes, please, I'd love to try some. So here we are. Let's see what's in here. There's a nice carrying case in here. Let's see if I can get it out. It's really heavy. Okay. It says Ohuhu Honolulu Ohuhu Honolulu series art markers. There's the front there. And let's unzip it and see what's in here. Okay, there is a little protective sheet to slide in between, like if you're working on a sketchbook or on your desk, so the marker doesn't bleed through, because alcohol markers do bleed through quite a bit if you haven't tried them before. Ooh. Here, before I show you these, I see some cards back here. Okay, so here is the little booklet that came with it. And it says, what is Ohuhu? What is Ohuhu doing? Currently available marker sets. This is the 120 colors plus 1 colorless blender. And these are the colors that are, I think these are all their colors in the wheel here. And then these are the colors plus, I think there's another page. These are the colors that are available in this set. There's a little blending tutorial there. It has a reversible brush tip, it says, which is good because that's another thing with my alcohol markers. Sometimes I wear out the tips. So this is like having 2 in 1. Okay, and then it's in some different languages. And then, ooh, look at this. This is nice. There's color swatch cards. So here it says color swatch 1 and color swatch 2. Are these the same? No, they're not. So this is great. You can swatch right on here and then keep these in the set so you have everything all together. So here are all the colors. And I think before I use these, I'm going to have to try to sort them out by color family. So I'm going to move you from there to here, and we're going to sort these out and then swatch them. I really wanted to show you guys the whole swatching process, but it ended up being a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. This was the one and only drawback, really, with the Ohuhu markers. The numbering system doesn't make sense. So, like, it doesn't go, like, from darkest to lightest. It'll jump around. Sometimes there are random colors in there that don't go with the colors right before or right after. And it was just really hard. So I'd be sitting there searching for a marker, like let's say I just did a medium pink, and I'd be searching and searching and searching for a light pink, thinking that would be what was next. And then it would be like a totally different color, like a brown or a peach or an orange, for example. And then it would go back to pink. So it ended up taking me a long time to swatch all the markers. The caps also don't always match the color inside, but that's not a big deal. That's, I mean, pretty much any alcohol marker, you're going to get some of that. Even the Copics, the caps don't always match the markers, but I will say that their numbering system does make sense compared to this. That being said, I kind of feel like the Ohuhus blew my Copics away. You can't get around the budget. I mean, it is just spectacularly cheaper than Copic, and now that they have refills and you don't have to like buy the whole set to replace a color, it really truly is a game changer for me. I foresee myself buying more of these in the future for illustrations and stickers and whatnot. I'm talking here about how the colors are jumping around and they're not making sense. Yeah. That really was the only drawback, though, and I will talk more about what I did like about them while I do the demo drawing. Okay, so I transferred this drawing to some Strathmore Bristol Smooth paper. I think it's the 400 series. This is my favorite paper for using alcohol markers with. And I'm going to use my brown Pigma Microns in 03 and 005 to ink the bird that I drew. This is a Baltimore Oriole. Okay, it's time for the markers. Let's see, I'll get out the little swatch cards. As you can see, I sort of sorted these out chromatically to the best of my abilities. And I'm going to sort of stand these on their side so I can see what I'm doing. And I've got my swatch cards here. So one thing I will say that I noticed already is that the cap doesn't always match the color inside, which is not a huge deal and not surprising. A lot of markers are like that. I'm probably gonna maybe do some swatching up in here. So this is a Baltimore Oriole. I like to start with markers. I like to start light and move to dark, and then I will finish this up with some colored pencil on top. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna find the Y3, I think. And I'm gonna check that out up here. That's the wrong side. I think we'll start with that. So I'm going to do a light layer of this everywhere there's yellow and orange. Now, all alcohol markers will lift pencil, so if you don't erase it totally like I did right there, it will lift it a little bit and muddy your colors a little bit, so be aware of that. Again, I'm putting this where it's orange as well, not just the yellow. This is my underlayer here. We're just blocking in the colors to start. And we'll do this wing here as well. All right, and now let's see. We need a light bluish gray. I think I'm going to look for the GG1. And this is going to be for the beak, the underlayer for the beak and the feet. Probably a little bit up here too. Not up there. And in fact, I'm going to actually find the CG00. This is a little darker than I wanted, but that's okay. I can lighten that up later with my colored pencil. That's better. Oh, I screwed up right here. Oh well. I screwed up in the inking. I made this foot too big. I did that in the drawing too, and I meant to fix it when I got to the inking, and I forgot. Maybe I can just sort of cut it in like that. There, that's sort of better. This looks like almost the same color as the feet in my reference picture, but I'm going to change that and go with a warm color for mine. I'm used to the gray line being on the brush end. That's why I keep opening the wrong end here. Okay, now we'll go back to this really light color. Is this the really light one? I think so. Along here. There's some down in here. I'll probably save the details of the eye to do with colored pencil. So now let's move on to a little bit of a warmer yellow than this one. Let's go to the Y1. All right, and now we'll go even darker to the Y2. Actually, let's let that dry for a minute. Let's go over here with a, what did I use over here? Let's use this slightly darker gray, the GG1. Did it again. I wonder if you can layer these. Let's see if we can layer these. Now we're going to switch to, oh, let's see, CG07. If I can find it. Here it is. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to take this one that I just had. Okay. And actually, before we go to the CG07, I'm going to go to the CG04. Okay, now we'll go to the 7. Actually, let's skip that for a second and go over to the orange. Let's go to, oh, I guess we'll try the Y10. And we'll go to Y4. Okay. now we need, oh, I think we're gonna have to be brave and go for a bright one. No, that's not the right one. Let's try this one. Okay. All right, and then we'll go over it with this apricot color again. This is how you blend. And then I'm going to take this yellow, whoops, and blend over this line too with the yellow. More yellow up in here. I need a brighter yellow, I think. Do I have the Y2 out yet? No, let's get the Y2 out. And now we'll go to, oh, or did I take the 7 out yet? 4. Let's go for the 7 then. Oh, there it is. Alright, so let's come in with this one now. Where did that warm color go? Okay, now we're going to go in with the CG07. Oh, no we're not. Yes we are, but I have to do this a little bit first here. I'm going to blend that in here. Whoops. Alright, and now we're going to go up to the 9. So as you can see, markers are really all about layering. Lots and lots of layers, at least the way I do it. I wonder what this is. I think I might switch to this bullet point here, actually. I can get a little bit more detail than I can with the brush point. That's nice. I've only ever had markers with the chisel point on the other side. This is actually really nice. Okay. This is a game changer, you guys. Oh my goodness, the detail is so much better. I've never had a alcohol marker with a bullet point. Oh, this is so much better. I won't have to do so much work with the colored pencils after to get the detail I want. This is awesome. I'm gonna do this with some of these lighter colors here too. Let's go back to the 07. So much nicer. I like the bullet point. Okay, and now is this the 00? No, where's the 00? I'm gonna go over all this with the 00 just to sort of blend it all together again. And let's see, where's the R18? I think I want to go over his chest with this R18 and see how that goes. Okay, and let's see, do we have a darker? I don't want to go all the way to black. I think that might be the darkest we have is the 9 though. Oh, here it is. I don't think I did this one yet. I think I took it out and then didn't do it. And let's go back to the 8 with the bullet point again. Where's that Y5? Let's do the bullet point on this one down here too a little bit. I think I might need a little bit of a brown down here too. I need BG03, I think, for his beak. Now, there's some shadows down in here that look almost greenish, so we're going to find a greenish color. Let's try a really light greenish color, because you can't go back once you put it down. Let's try the GY 172, if I can find it. Yep, that looks good. Add in some of these greenish shadows down here. And there's a little bit of greenish right there. And maybe even a little right there. And I'm also going to do a shadow under this wing, this color. This undershadow of his wing here is definitely not dark enough. We're going to have to do this next. Okay, so we're going to need almost a dark reddish color. Let's see what we can find. Let's try an R3. Alright, let's see what this color is like up here. Alright, let's be brave. I'm going to do this down here. It's not dark enough. We've got to come back in with something even darker, but it does look good down here for this part of his chest. Alright, we need something even darker. Let's try this one. Ooh, that's too dark. Good thing I tested it first. That was one of the cases where the cap didn't match the marker. We're looking for the BR1. It's not a big deal that the caps don't, as long as you have these. So like here's the BR1. Here is BR1 on here. This is the cap. I mean, it's not a big deal. Just keep your swatches, which is what I do with my Copics anyway when I'm using Copics. It's not a big deal. Alright, so I went over that, and now I really do need something dark. Just for this front edge. Alright, and now let's go over that with a colorless blender. I'm looking for a shadow color. BG9. Let's see if we can find that. Test it up here first. And what happens if I go over that? Alright, now we need, where's that really dark one again? That's the 9. This is the 7. That one's good for down here, I think. I don't think these are quite dark enough. Let's darken these up a little bit. And let's see, is this the bright yellow? Yep, let's go back over this with the bright yellow here. And here. Where's that light yellow? Okay, and that is the marker layer, and now I will let that dry and we'll come back with a few colored pencils and do in some detail. Okay, so this alcohol layer is nice and dry, and now we're going to put the finishing touches on with some colored pencil. And I am going to be using my Faber-Castell Polychromos today, and let's just put in some detail. There's a lot less than I would normally have to do, mostly because of that bullet point on the Ohuhus. I'm really enjoying that there is a brush marker on one side and a bullet point on the other. It made it really easy to get details. Normally, with the Copics, there's a chisel on one end and a brush on the other. I'm not liking that one. Let's see. Maybe I don't want to use those. Let's maybe use the... I don't know if I have enough colors in the Caran d'Ache, but we'll try. I'm switching to my Caran d'Ache Luminance, I think. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, so I'm really liking that. Between that and the fact that they are starting to come out with refills. The main reason why I hadn't tried Ohuhu really or invested a lot in them was because if you used up one color, there was no way to replace it. They didn't sell replacements and they didn't sell refills. You had to buy the whole new set. But now with the refills, that's a real game changer. That makes them cheaper than Copics, pretty much just as good. And like I said, I'm really liking that bullet point tip there. That's the 05. What about this one? Is this going to be too light? Let's fill this in a little bit more here. I like to use a dark purple or a dark blue for black areas. I've talked about that before in my color theory video about how in nature, unless it's like a mineral, there is no real black. It's generally got an undertone of either blue or purple or green or red. There's not much for real black. And I'm just making little marks in the direction of the hair growth. And I'm going to actually sharpen this really sharp. So excuse my pencil sharpener for a second here. I'm going to go around this light spot down below here. And then I'm going to go in and darken up this beak. And just do a little bit of shading down here. And right there. Okay, I'm going to do some dark over in here on this lower edge. And then on this lower edge too. Let's see. I'm thinking I'm probably going to get out the white gel pen, but first let's see if I have my Caran d'Ache white. Clean the tip off here, it's dirty. Maybe we don't need the white gel pen. I think this worked pretty good. Yeah, we could use a little white gel pen maybe. Okay, now we're just going to do just a little bit of white gel pen and give them just a couple little highlights. This is my favorite white gel pen. This is the Uniball Signo in white. This is my favorite. I know a lot of people like the Jelly Rolls, but this is the one I like. You can also put a little like that and then tap it in with your finger. There. I think he's done. So a big thanks to Ohuhu for sending me these to try. It wasn't sponsored, it was just some free markers to try. I really enjoyed them. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? Hang on. Okay, so while I am organizing all these Ohuhu markers into the Spectrum Noir holder that I got to hold more Copics, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my final thoughts. This is a game changer. I like these better than the Copics based on the value, the fact that there are now refills, and the fact that there is a fine tip point on the other side of the pen marker. I don't see any reason why anybody should have to buy Copics if they want to get into alcohol markers. These are much cheaper. Excuse my hair there. And I was really happy with how well they blended. And most of all, I was super happy with the level of detail I was able to get with the fine point on the other end. My Copics, like I said, have a chisel on the other end. So it was a game changer for me. So that's how much I like those markers. I really enjoyed them. I definitely think I'd like to have more. I'm still feeling like I'm a little lacking in some of the colors, especially like the pastels. But I really enjoyed them. They're great for illustrations or sketchbook work, or anytime you don't want to take out your watercolors because it's messy, but you're not worried about light fastness. So yeah, I had a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to join me over on Patreon, we're having a lot of fun over there. We have our sketchbook club every month where I do a monthly theme and we do 3 weekly prompts for the sketchbook club. And then I also do 4 reference photos for you guys each month, usually nature-based, as well as exclusive tutorials when I have time. Because I don't have time every week or month or whatever, I do only charge $4 for the tier. Yeah, we're having fun over there. We'd like to see you over there if you'd like to join us. And also, please, if you haven't already, please make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. That helps YouTube know this is quality content, and it pushes me a little bit higher up in the search rankings and the algorithm, which means more people see it. So thank you very much for being here with me today, and until next time, happy creating!